and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. We are starting guest star July, and on the horn and under the ocean is, of course, Chief Soda Procurement Porter. Say hello.
This is my excited face.
I don't know how you can continue to breathe when you're under the water, but like more power to you.
Air is not good, Patrick.
Oh, God. Well, today you may wonder, why are they on the beach? Why are they simulating this? And that's because today we are going to try the limited edition summer soda, um, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut. Um, why coconut? Why not? But and obviously to lean into that beach theme, we are drying the coconut. But a little bit interesting thing about this, I kind of wondered what the impetus of this was, especially since for those of you who may not pay attention to this so often, there have you heard of dirty sodas, Porter?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I don't want to say this is exclusively a Utah phenomenon, but it kind of is. At least it's from there. So as you know, in Utah, they don't really do the booze thing.
I was gonna say, is this a Mormon thing?
Is this a Mormon thing?
Well, I mean, because like
No,
with
yeah, no, I get you.
yeah, sidebar Pat McAfee talking about being a kicker at BYU and
Yep.
like caffeine is the drug of choice, right? Because it's the one
Yes.
thing that they maybe can get away with.
Yep.
Anyways.
Maybe, but yeah, actually, it is sort of a Mormon thing. So dirty sodas are like soda water, with flavoring in it, um, and cream in it. Um,
Mhm.
And weirdly, Coffee Mate just did a collabo with Dr. Pepper in like April to release a Coffee Mate coconut that is made for Dr. Pepper soda to pour it in to make a creamy coconut soda. So
Oh, I haven't seen this.
yeah, like so keep an eye out, but well, mostly because I don't drink coffee, so I'm not wandering down that aisle. But
And
yeah,
Coffee Mate is not plant-based, so I
right,
don't usually look for it.
right. So it's kind of like one of those like um, so it kind of boggles my mind that they would be like, yes, the Coffee Mate version, make your own creamy coconut at home, and then go on to release, well, like this. Like, maybe they just knew for us, it's like they don't drink coffee, it's not plant-based. Nobody's going down this aisle way. But yeah, so it's kind of based on those dirty sodas. So I am intrigued about how that tastes. We were chatting a little bit before this. You managed to get the zero sugar too, right?
Yes, I have the let me put it here in front of me. I have the zero sugar. Kroger is carrying this,
Yeah.
so that's where I found it at.
I will say your Kroger is carrying this. My Kroger sucks because I went and looked and like they did not have it. They barely had any of these. I'm pointing at the thing
Okay.
that you can't see off screen. Pretend that there is a soda there. There is, but we're on the beach now and it doesn't matter.
They had a whole end cap that was like, I don't even, it wasn't even end cap, it was a kiosk as you're like approaching to checkout. And I was like, oh, yoink, on my way to check out. I was like, I recognized Christy and I are going to be doing this, so I should just get them now and be prepared.
Yep. You know, Scout's honor, right? But with that, I mean, there's not a lot to talk about with Dr. Pepper. This is not the first Dr. Pepper drink I've had on the channel. And in fact, you and I drank, I think, Dark Berry a couple years ago. It was like the one with the dark navy, not royal blue label. It was kind of fruity. I feel like you,
Maybe I know the one dark purple that we did do was the B Dubs
Mountain Dew. Yeah, we
Mountain
did.
Dew release.
But yeah, I feel like we might have done the other one too. But like, that's the problem when you film over 100 soda videos is that they sort of blur together. It's always the really good ones and really bad ones that stick with you. Um, so I guess the fact that we can't remember doesn't mean it wasn't bad, but it might have not been that good either. All this to say, not having us stick with a history about Dr. Pepper because who's got the time? Um, well, with that, I am going to take a quick look. I've held the bottle up a couple times. I always sort of wish when we see the Pepsi ones and the Coca-Colas, I always sort of wish that Dr. Pepper's marketing team would do a little better. I find this design a little boring. It gets the point across. I like the blue. I think the blue is a wonderful contrast, but
Yeah.
and it kind of evokes like the ocean as seen behind both of us, but it's just sort of boring. Like I think sometimes Mountain Dew goes too far with their weird murals of things,
Oh
but like
yeah,
this
that's a bit
is
much.
this is I guess a little understated. But
I kind of like it because it looks like the Michigan Panthers colors.
oh, yep, and the Michigan Panther, that kicker is a revelation.
Yes, he's going to end up in the NFL. That somebody's the Lions are going to be like, "Hey, you like kicking here? You want a gig? Come
Yeah.
join us."
Or maybe the Kansas City Chiefs. Sorry,
Yes,
big.
yes. They might be a market for a new person who has better opinions.
Yeah. I mean, everybody talks about free speech, but it's the right to share your opinion, not the right to avoid consequences for your opinion.
Correct. I'm
So,
all for you having an opinion, unless that opinion is I don't deserve to exist, then we have a problem, or my friends don't deserve to exist.
yeah.
Otherwise, opinions are great. Everybody has one.
Yep. And sometimes they stink.
Correct.
On that note, let's hope this doesn't stink, and let's take a I was gonna say take a look at the smell. That's not how you smell. You smell with your nose.
If you're smelling with your eyeballs, we need to talk about what you did on your Friday night.
We don't talk about that.
You want to talk about Bruno?
We don't talk about Bruno and Chrissy's Friday night activities. Oh no, I've outed my name. Look, you all know my name, but let's see. Oh, that smells quite coconutty.
It smells
Um,
like tanning lotion, but
yeah,
not my tanning lotion. It smells like Hawaiian tropic tanning lotion.
yeah, it smells like I was gonna say suntan lotion. As we're talking about, maybe a virgin pina colada, like
Oh
regular,
yeah,
like
without
because
the
like
pineapple.
yeah, because like regular pina coladas. I mean, they have the coconut smell, but they don't have
Yeah,
like there's a it's dampened. This is very in your face.
there's something almost baby powdery about it.
I hate to say creamy because it feels like I'm taking the adjective from the bottle, but it smells as if, yeah, like it's a thick paste. There's a thick
I
paste
thought
of
you were gonna.
coconuts.
I thought you were gonna say you felt bad saying creamy because you put it in the same category as moist.
Ugh. No, I mean I still don't like moist, but no, if the smell could be solidified, it would be a paste of some kind.
Okay,
But with that, let's see how pasty we can get.
I'm gonna. I got my handy dandy. Bill helped me pick out my cup today, and we went with DCFC.
Of
So
DC,
FC.
thank you.
That tastes like coconut cake, like
Yeah,
vanilla coconut cake. But
I'm into this.
yeah,
It tastes as if
this is tasty.
this is dangerously good. To describe it to folks, and although it smelled like tanning lotion, as you heard us discuss, it doesn't taste like tanning lotion. So props to your mom.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it tastes as if somebody poured coconut milk into Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
The coconut is strong but not overpowering. Um, kind of comparing it to the other Dr. Pepper flavory things. I know there's cherry Dr. Pepper, but let's face it, cherry and Dr. Pepper are like essentially the same flavor anyway.
It's the same flavor, yeah.
But comparing it to the strawberry and cream one that we've had before, the strawberry is good, but it felt like an additive to the base of the Dr. Pepper flavor. This feels like it's a coconut drink and Dr. Pepper came to join it. And like there's a difference in the hierarchy of the flavor.
The coconut is what's prominent, but you get that Dr. Pepper zest at the
Yeah.
end, like that I'm a pepper
Yeah.
zest.
You get that bite.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I really like this a lot.
The interesting thing about coconut, and maybe it's a psychological thing, is that my mouth now feels buttery.
Yes.
And I'm
Yes.
like, are they using like real coconut in this? Because in my mind, they'd be using like coconut flavoring,
Yeah,
which
some
could
sort of
be
like
derived from coconut oil. But I'm like, man, like my mouth feels like coconut oil.
it reminds me of you've had snow cones before, right?
Yeah.
Getting like a coconut snow cone and pouring some Dr. Pepper in it. Like that's what that is. And
Mhm.
actually mentioning it, if let's see. It doesn't say anything about having coconut in it. Um, but they've obviously done something, and it could be in the natural slash artificial flavor because they're always very vague about
Yeah.
that. But yeah, and it does taste creamy in a way that you wouldn't expect because obviously looking at it as a liquid, it doesn't look creamy. It looks like Dr. Pepper. Um,
Yeah. It's probably I would, because we it doesn't say coconut, I would still give the asterisk, like if you're allergic to coconut, because coconut allergy is a real thing. You might
yeah,
not want to guzzle a gallon of this, because it certainly tastes accurate.
yeah, and that's the thing too. And I will say we totally have sodas on the channel where it's like it's okay if you don't quite like X flavor because it's not that much.
Hmm.
If you don't like coconut, don't drink this. This is like legitimately don't drink this. You will not
Hmm.
like this. Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Um, and with that, Porter, do you want to take us on a zero sugar journey?
Yeah. So I have, I'm sorry, the bottles are sweating really, really bad.
Yeah,
It's an ode
it's
to the South. Everything is sweat.
everything's sweaty.
It's very moist today. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's really similar in design. It's just, they always do their zero sugars with like the black
That seems to
label.
that seems to sort of I don't an unofficial industry standard because Pepsi does that, Coke does that, Dr. Pepper does that. I think just they've all just sort of aligned with let's make this simple for people who are
Mhm.
purchasing.
Yeah.
So
And
kudos
as
to
someone
them.
who drinks the Dr. Pepper zero sugar strawberries and cream like
Yes.
it's water, like I'm hopeful that I'm going to have a good opinion
Yeah.
about this. But
You and me both.
the smell is pretty much the exact same. It's coconutty. It smells like tanning lotion. It smells a little bit like baby powder. Um, okay, bottoms
Okay.
up. The coconut is less prominent in this.
Mm.
It's still there, but it's more artificial tasting, which is probably because of the chemicals for the
Of
zero
yeah, the
sugar.
aspartame. Yeah.
Um, yeah. Um, but yeah, there is the the coconut is the coconut is not stronger than the aspartame taste in this one. And obviously zero sugar is different than diet.
Yeah.
I didn't see a diet. All I saw was zero sugar and the,
I think they've really leaned into just zero sugar going
zero
forward.
sugar.
That seems
Yeah.
to
I
be a
mean,
phase out of
yeah.
just diet. But
Yeah. But I mean, they still have Diet Dr. Pepper plain, thank goodness.
yes,
Because that's my other,
I
favorite thing.
I love that too.
But yeah, the coconut is not as strong in the zero sugar. The aspartame taste kind of overpowers it. There is not that coconut oil coating in my mouth
Yeah.
feel this time. But the smell is really similar. So maybe if you like coconut but don't love it, this might be a good match for you. Um,
I
you
also
know,
I also wonder because I think about this because when we try both
mhm,
that because we tried the original, which I always love to try the original because I think that is the intention of the soda.
yes.
I wonder if we had tried the zero sugar first, if we would have had a more positive opinion. But because we
Yeah.
tried the sugar one first, because that was the only one I could find, if
Yeah.
our ranking is a little lower by ours. I mean yours, but I would assume mine too, because we seem to have similar tastes. Um, because we had the original first.
That's possible. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, like you've already gotten the stronger flavor from
the
the original.
sugar. Yeah,
But I mean, as someone who prefers the no sugars, because I like a fizzy drink and I don't want a gallon of like sugar every time I have a fizzy drink,
yep.
I would definitely drink this. Um, it's it's not as good as the full sugar because like I think you're right. The intent is very much. There is no doubt that this is somebody's grandma's coconut cake put into Dr. Pepper form.
Yes. Well, I will say a little bit disappointing on the zero sugar, though. Once I try, I intend to go find it. Someday my prince will come, and I'm sure it's probably closer to my place of work than it is my place where I live because we seem to get a lot of things late here and southern Michigan. But I'll try it there too. But it sounds like overall positive experiences for both.
Yeah.
And I think I could easily see myself drinking this on a nice sunny day out on the lawn. Um, I would highly recommend going to get this if you like coconut at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes, 100%.
yeah. Any final thoughts before we get off this beach? Before maybe I can rub the soda to make sure I don't tan. Oh my God, you can see a tan
So,
line. Ignore that.
um, I mean, if someone from Dr. Pepper Bottling is ever watching any of our reviews, um, I'm a lime person. I love limeade. I would be super interested to see like what they could do for a lime Dr. Pepper. Get that cherry lime flavor going.
I'm a sucker for a cherry limeade in all forms and fashions, so getting the Dr.
Mhm.
Pepper like sweetness zest on it, I'm
Yep.
I'm here for that. Get on that, Dr. Pepper, you
Yeah,
know.
we're just putting this out into the universe. Today is supposed to be a lucky day. The sun is in Jupiter, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So it's I'm just putting it out there. If there's any Dr. Pepper folks out there, like, can you make me a Dr. Pepper lime? Because I would super enjoy that.
I
Um,
that sounds amazing.
but
Maybe maybe we should get some Dr. Pepper and some lime juice and just try it out for ourselves. We could do this.
we
We
could totally do that. We could make that happen.
yeah. It's like we could make this happen. We have cash.
I mean, most of the time.
Okay, I mean
But
metaphorically speaking, I have
speaking,
cash.
yeah, exactly. In theory, I could make this happen.
But all right, next week for guest star July, not sure what's going to happen. But it should be fun if nothing else. And as always, thank you for joining us.
Yay! Glad to be here.
All right, and until next time, drink weird. And maybe we could put the lime in the coconut and drink them all up. Ah, ah.
Oh, that was bad.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.